Victory, Republican from Hudsonville, who represents us here in Ottawa County in Lansing. Good morning, Senator. How are we doing today?
Not too bad. Hopefully we're not living in the life of illusion here in Lansing, how Joe Wash's song was, but we'll go back to a little bit of a life of reality here, so we'll make that segue.
Nice. A lot has been going on the last week since we've talked to you. I don't know where you want to begin. Maybe you can just start with us, but what's been going on the last week?
Well, there has been plenty of items in the news here in Lansing. We have a lot of breaking news dealing with people that serve in the Whitmore administration, the number of directors and agency areas that were left and signed a non-disclosure agreement, and some of these agreements were six-figure buyout programs, which is alarming, which we're digging into on that component. We have also concerns with those issues arise from COVID patients that were placed in assisted living facilities with non-COVID patients, which later contracted COVID and died. So that's something that's still being investigated. I know there's a prosecutor in Macomb County that's looking into that situation, so that's on the radar screen. We have the Department of Health and Human Services Director, Director Hertel. Those are under her confirmations under review, and some concerning testimony there saying, our viewpoint, she should be acting independently of the administration on that behalf of the state of Michigan, and that's where that committee is leading to. And I've introduced a card of non-support for her confirmation based on some of the testimony that was given. So that's going on. Then we also had a supplemental that was somewhat partially passed by the governor, and other things vetoed out, such things as $71 million for non-public schools, which is concerning for me because in our area we have a number of students that might do 10 classes in a non-public setting, and my concern is this was COVID-related costs and COVID-related assistance for the safety and security of the students, and my philosophy is all the students matter on that component. So there's concerns there. So with that was a whole litany of things we just started off the show with.
Absolutely. There's a lot to talk about, obviously. As you look back, Governor Whitmer has asked everyone to turn on their porch lights tonight from 8 to 9 in remembrance of those who have lost their lives in the last year, 1 year anniversary of COVID-19. As you look back, we saw it kind of coming, and then all of a sudden it happened all at once. I can remember being at a basketball game 1 year ago. Tomorrow night, we were doing a district playoff game, semifinal, and I'm texting back and forth with the AD, and I'm going, I don't think we're going to have a game Friday. I'm watching the Big Ten, what's going on here? And it happened so fast and furious. So just kind of like your thoughts over the last year, Senator.
Wow, it's been a journey. It almost seems like a decade in 1 year. Talking to some of my colleagues and some of our staff people here and things that we saw, endured, and I guess not, I shouldn't say we endured. We endured on behalf of our constituents because the needs were there. The issues with unemployment, the issues with the whole host of areas, and how to interpret the rules. The businesses, I just remember the phone ringing off the hook. The business owners with all the employees, what they're going to do, what, where, how, and and trying to get those answers. And I just going past midnight with all of our staff on various different Zoom conferences and that. And just it was time went by fast, and but also it was a long time period. But as a lessons learned up to the year, trying to make sure that our residents here in Michigan and Ottawa County had a safe and secure environment, trying to implement common sense in these rules and regulations, which could be frustrating at times, and we're still working on putting some common sense and reality to it. But what a journey, and nobody could predict at all what we would have endured and see, and the journey at hand. But it happened fast. It really happened fast.
What's the one thing you're most proud of, whether it's the Senate, the legislature, even the governor for that matter? What is the one thing that you're most proud of that the state has done in the last year?
I think what we, as I think individuals at times, helping out individuals, because there was a whole host of huge mountain there, and sometimes you can't move the mountain all at one time. But I was proud, and many of our colleagues here too, having individuals with real concerns. Sometimes these concerns were without getting in detail, were life-changing, emotional in the component, and be able to move that needle because they were hitting that wall. They were hitting a mountain that they couldn't move. But as legislators in various offices, which is not my office and our staff, we were able to move that mountain for them. And I think that's huge. Those personal thank you letters, and we had a lot of complaints. We had the hate mail, that component. But I like to highlight all those thank you letters. It's making a difference, helping them move their life forward, helping them with either the children themselves, a grandparent, wherever area. And sometimes it wasn't wholesale, but a lot of it had to be retail and delivering the product of making their life better.
Some people think they want to get into politics and they regret it later. Some people get into it, make it a lifelong career. You've had a lifetime experience jammed into 1 year. Are you glad that you have run for office? Are you glad? Is it fulfilling for you?
Depending what day, but overall, it's been a experience that there's a time and place and utility for the value. And I do believe we were in this position here for that specific reason. And it's not just about me, but it's the entire staff. I call it Team Victory here, representing Ottawa County. And were we perfect? No, and never claimed to be. But we took what we were given. There's issues. Had issues with the administrations and with the governor. Had issues with a number of different things with the departments. But we continue to work. We would work till past midnight at times, trying to make a difference. And I know we didn't please all, but we didn't leave anything on the playing field.
Yeah, thanks. Let's talk about roads and bridges. Where are we at on that front?
Well, there is under the transportation plan that's being proposed, which I have concern about the sustainability funding of it. But bridges are going to be a high priority, and that is going to be some bridges being met even in the Grand Haven area. There's some additional dollars for that, and even in the Spring Lake area, so the Ferrisburg aspect. So we'll wait and see, making sure to see once we get those that critical infrastructure is taken care of. But stay tuned, and hopefully we get construction moving forward on those critical needs in the district. Of
course, you own Victory Farms down in Hudsonville. You're a farmer. We always like to ask you ag news. We're into March now, and farmers getting ready to plant here not too far away. Just how are things looking agriculturally wise?
Well, I appreciate the question. I had oversight committee with the MDAR budget, and one of the issues I concerned about how exports, because we need to continue to export our products. And they actually had a very good report. Our exports were up almost 50% of Michigan products. So I challenged the department to continue to put focus on that area and making sure that we grow those markets, not just within the state of Michigan, not just within the United States, but throughout the whole world economy. And it appeared to be, too, we were making some inroads into the Asian markets. So hopefully we can even help our blueberry producers, which are in their real financial strains as we speak, and see what things that we can do to develop those foreign markets to move our Michigan products out there.
When do you get in the field?
Well, actually, I do believe we will be putting some seed in the ground today. That'll be the first of the year, but that's only a few acres, but that's first seeding would be turnips. So the turnip planting should be starting in March here, and it can take a little bit of frost and those type things, and we'll then from there the season rolls on.
Do you still get out there and plow or not?
When in the summertime, in the spring of the year, right now when we're doing the appropriations work, I am very tied down here in Lansing. But I just look forward to the summertime when we have a little more opportunity to get in there and make that happen, because there's nothing better than smelling that fresh smell of soil that's just been freshly plowed. And anyone that's been in agriculture knows that spring feeling is something special.
It's therapeutic as well, is it not?
Yeah, that it's actually it helps to make the work here in Lansing a little more palatable when you have that on the radar screen to look forward to. So,
is there anything I didn't ask you, Senator? You want to get out there?
Nope. Again, we're going to be busy here. Appropriations continue on. The budget process is a very complex budget with the federal dollars, these CARES dollars, and ongoing dollars, but making sure that they'll be used effectively and also benefit our good folks here in Ottawa County. So we're going to continue work on that.
Well, we always appreciate your time each week, and thanks for always coming on for the last year. We always appreciate it.
Yeah, it's been an amazing year, too, so hopefully we have another good year coming forward, and hopefully a better year.
Yeah, light at the end of the tunnel for sure. Senator, you have a great day and a great weekend, okay?
Thank you much.